Jackson Radio Show.
What is the cost of leftism? Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here, KJRadio.com. If you want to contact us by phone, 844-551-8255. The cost of leftism. So we touched on it just a second ago with the police budget, the overtime budget that's being spent in every major city. Just overtime. So I gave you one number because that's what we had in the last article. It's $322 million that the police department budget in Detroit is alone. One city, $322 million. Now, while I'm happy for the job that police have, the job that we have law enforcement, of that, $40 million of it went to overtime. So $40 million in overtime of a $322 million budget, which means it should have been a $282 million budget to begin with, which is substantial. So let's look at what the crime rate should have been in and of itself, right? Maybe if the police, if crime in Detroit were at the norm, I don't know, pick a city, but let's say that it should be 150 million. And I'm just throwing a number out there, but that might be we're 130 million over that plus the overtime number. So that's the cost, if you will, of liberalism just in a city. And that's in every city. And again, these are made up numbers except for the fact that Detroit is their new budget is $322 million for the next fiscal year. And last year, $40 million on overtime. Was that overtime spent on conservatives? Was that overtime spent on looking for the Russian collusion or what? So that's what we have right there. What about Baltimore? Baltimore setting aside money for illegals. We talked about this the other day. L.A. has set aside $10 million just for illegals. So we have L.A. setting aside money. Other groups are saying we want to match that. This is just for Los Angeles. We're not talking about the state of California. Then, if you want to really get into the state of illegals, how much money are we spending on them? It was said that California has spent $59 million on being a sanctuary city, or sanctuary state rather. I mean, how many of these things do we look at? What about the waste of money in schools? What about the waste of money? I'll give you an example in hospitals where we have multiple people that do nothing except translate languages for people who are theoretically sick. This is a service no other country offers. They don't say, we're going to, you come to our country, illegal or otherwise, and we're going to offer a service to translate for every single person that could potentially come into our hospital system. Look, I'm not heartless. We want to work out the details with people, but here's what I'm saying. If I visit a country and I happen to get sick, I would hope that there's some ways of communication that somebody could translate from English to Icelandic so the doctor could work on me. I would have friends that I would believe would speak good English. Chinese people come to America. They don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, what's going on with me? There are plenty of people that speak Mandarin or Cantonese who can translate, but we hire people for this. How much money have we spent changing all of our systems into, like multilingual type systems? How much money have we spent on that? I mean, again, it's ridiculous how much we spend. How much money did Baltimore pay off Freddie Gray? $7 million. How much money in litigation against what I would consider to be just stupid leftism do we spend every single year, but actually every single day, in some municipality? What is the real cost of liberalism, leftism? How much money do we put in the colleges and universities to promote gender studies, women's studies, LGBT studies? What does it cost us to rework every system? For example, We rework, the training system for companies to worry about LGBT community. We rework the training system for the military when we got rid of don't ask, don't tell. And across the board, how much money do we spend rewriting textbooks in order to put in the liberal agenda across the board? Now we got to teach about 15 different kinds of religions, particularly Muslim religions or Islam. Then we've got to teach about LGBT stuff. We got to teach about bullying. We got to teach about all the things that, quite frankly, you would learn about in life naturally, because that's not the job of the school system to teach you these things. And I could go on. What is the cost of liberalism in terms of jobs? Where they tell people you must have a minimum wage because you're too stupid to have worked a career that you enjoy and been in that career for long enough to actually become an expert in it. What's the cost of that? How much does that cost companies to implement diversity programs and black this and women's this and whatever in their companies that has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with what that company produces? And ultimately, what does it cost us? Cost America. It costs us jobs. I mean, I could go on. I'm here all day, people. The cost of liberalism is trillions of dollars every single year. People getting paid for absolutely nothing. Union jobs. Hey, you join the union, you work for a certain number of years, and you're going to get a pension while you were lazy on the job, and then you get off and you get to do nothing and get 75% of what you did when you were doing nothing and working. And again, I could go on. The left often talk about systems. And here's what I'll tell you about systems. There's a system. There's a group of leftists taking advantage of the system. Government in and of itself is a system, and leftists they fuel off of it. They definitely they figure out a way to make money off of it. You want to give me the education system? Leftists love it. They fuel themselves from it. They make money from it. The prison system, they make money from it. What? Give me your system. Give me your thing that you go, oh, the system is rigged. And I'll tell you who rigged it is a leftist. And I'll show you how they rigged it. And you'll see the amount of money that comes out of that rigged system. I talk to you guys so often. I feel like it's a broken record to bring up education. But it's one of the biggest ruses. It is. Look at the system that's been set up, for environmentalists, the environmental system, the ecosystem of that. And on down the road, every one of these systems is, so let's just use climate change, for example. That's the environmentalists have ripped us off to pretend that they really care about the environment, that they care about, everybody breathing good, clean air, et cetera, et cetera. And the majority of the nation of America breathes good, clean air. Where the system fails is where there are concentrated leftists, cities. And they could have addressed this long ago by saying, you know what? We're no longer going to allow manufacturing to be done in certain areas within the city. It has to be zoned to where the prevailing winds blow out the smog or whatever. They could have done this. They don't want to do it. They want to tell you that no, the sky is falling down. If you don't do what we tell you, the skies will be black. You're going to be breathing in bad air. Yeah, bad air that they let you breathe in because that's the system that they've set up. That's what we're talking about here. We spend a fortune, folks, fighting against leftists, and sadly, we use our own money. They extort our money to engage in a battle with us, in a battle that they aren't even coming. The only way they can win this battle is with our money, and the battle makes no sense whatsoever. That's the futility of this. That's what bugs me the most. My book, Race Pimping, I don't promote it very much here. Racepimping.com if you do want to get it. My book is dedicated to exposing exactly that. I talk about it in almost every part of life where these leftists have destroyed this economy. They tell people it's a system. You want to know who? Black people, you're getting screwed by the system. So black folks get all mad. Oh, the system is messing with us. Then we go screaming, and some white guy is behind the scenes. Some white leftist is behind the scenes laughing all the way to the bank. Well, man, I got them all charged up so I can go make myself some money. Be it through criminal justice, be it through education, some social justice warrior nonsense, whatever. And America becomes more stupid by the day because we aren't training people in math and science and technology. We're training people in how to be stupid social justice warriors with degrees that get you absolutely nothing. And we think we're winning. It's a cost that's ridiculous. It's a cost that we should not be paying, and we need to stop it. That's what I say. We'll be back in a minute.
Kevin Jackson
on the Black Sphere Radio Network.
Do you owe back taxes to the IRS or state? The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.